Welcome to Jimosi podcast.
Mhm.
So the governor of Central Equatoria, Mr. Rabi Mujung, was fired a few days ago by Salva Kiir when he was doing his major reshuffle of his government employees or government officials or his appointees, whatever that you people refer to them. He was among one of the casualties that were removed. This guy was literally in office for only 5 months because he was appointed in around June 17th of this year, 2025, to replace Governor Wani, something Wani, Abdallah
Abdallah,
Wani, to replace him. And what people were saying when I went online to see what actually happened, people were saying this guy was fired because of removing or firing the President Kiir nephew called Tik Mayadit from the City Council of Juba. So in October of this year, he made a reshuffle within the City Council, and Tik Mayadit, who is the nephew to President Kiir, was removed and was not given any assignment.
was removed from the position of
From the
deputy
position.
mayor.
Yes. For in charge of administration of finance and something. So, but before that, it's not that it has not been reshuffled before, but most of reshuffling that are done is moved from this position to these other positions.
So he
this
has never been jobless or
yes, so has
termed.
never been jobless. But this time, where Rabi Mujung was doing the reshuffling, they removed him completely, and he was staying at home. That happened around October, and then in November, the guy was fired by President Kiir. And South Sudanese were saying is because of removing Tik Mayadit from the government without giving him any another assignment. And in June, when this guy was being sworn in, Governor Rabi Mujung, James Wani, the current vice president, came to his inauguration ceremony, not swearing ceremony.
Swearing in. It's the same.
It's not swearing in. It was already sworn in at J1.
Okay.
But then this community
They were doing
celebration.
a celebration at community level?
Okay. Yes. So he came as a guest speaker. But by then, James Wani was not in the government. By then he
had been fired.
He was just a member of parliament. He has been replaced by Bolmel at that time.
Okay.
So what he did, he gave a speech in which he hints some of the things that we might touch on in this video. So can you please read for us the speech of James Wani during the inauguration or the welcoming of Rabi Mujung?
Okay. So this is what he said. Based on the post where we got the post, he says, former VP Wani faults SPLM party propaganda for his removal. That is the removal
from his position.
His position. That is vice president himself. The former vice president in charge of the economic cluster, James Wani, has cautioned the newly appointed Central Equatoria State Governor, General Rabi Mujung Emmanuel, and warned him to be vigilant against power brokers within the SPLM party. So this guy is from the SPLM as well.
Yeah, everybody is from SPLM. Only few people.
Okay. Speaking at the official ceremony to welcome Governor Mujung on Wednesday, Wani warned that some individuals within the party structure are known to manipulate situations to push sitting officials out of office, particularly when they feel neglected, are not supported financially, or are not appointed ministers when there are cabinet reshuffles. Okay. And then I quote, the only thing that will not allow the governor to stay longer in his position is propaganda. Issues will be created and all dumped on him, he said. This can take place especially when he has failed to appoint some individuals in ministerial reshuffling. That is according to Waniga. Wani clarified that the government institutions, especially in a state like Central Equatoria, where the majority of people are educated, cannot accommodate everyone. It won't be enough for a state government like Central Equatoria to accommodate everyone because it is one of the states with a big number of educated people, and the government will not be able to take even 3% of the population. The former vice president reflected on his own experience, revealing that his removal from office was orchestrated by the same group of individuals who frequently lobby for government positions. If you have asked for financial support and you are not given, do not go ahead and tell lies, he charged. This is how all our leaders were changed, and I was also changed the same way. The truth must be told. According to Wani, he served in various positions because he was dedicated and due to his participation in the liberation struggle. He said those who worked tirelessly for his removal will not be able to reach his position. I told them earlier that you people of Central Equatoria State who work for my downfall, if I'm out of here, if I'm out of there, not a single one of you will come there. I went there with my means from the bush, he stated. His comment served as a stern warning or a stern reminder to the new governor about the political maneuvering that often takes place behind the scenes. Wani also called on the governor to fight tribalism, which he said has afflicted the state government, citing the practice of new governors appointing people from their community. That's
Yes.
what he's saying.
So we will go the speech of Dr. James Wani, the vice president or the current vice president of South Sudan. Actually, it spilled a lot of beans here, telling us like how things do work. Even they come to a point of affecting a person like him in a higher position. People will lobby. People will create stories out there because you did not support them, you did not give them money, or they don't want you in that position.
Yeah.
They will create a lot of stories. And this leaves us with, if a vice president himself can come out and say that, then there's one person left to make all the decision, which is President Kiir.
Yes.
So now, Waniga himself, can't he not speak to the president and say, all these are propaganda. Don't listen to them. Look at what people are doing. Call them and ask them what they are doing.
Personally, I feel like we heard from Nyal Deng Nyal, right? President Kiir does not listen to anyone in the government. He only listens to the lobbies, and then lobbies will come up with very outrageous accusations against someone. And I feel like probably they create scenarios that would feel extremely real. And because this guy is, I don't want to say too lazy to do his own research or to seek alternative opinion, he just goes ahead and fires someone.
Yeah.
And that's what we have seen. And I believe that explains why he recycled some individuals.
Yeah.
Because some people may be accused of corruption. If you don't follow through to see and investigate if this person was indeed corrupt, then you end up firing someone who may be innocent or guilty. And because no follow-up is done, you can never really know the truth. So next time, if you need to fill in some positions, you switch them up. Take this person to the next office and then bring the other person back.
Or that they just realized that things that people were creating were actually not true. And that's why he ended up bringing them back, because you actually find out that this one doesn't seem like there was any truth in it.
But for how long will you keep on doing that? Because it's not like he has fired only one person and recycled them. It's a bunch of people, especially within the Ministry of Finance, Central Bank of South Sudan, and so many other top positions.
And all the governors,
Yes.
he's always firing governors. The only governor that has never been fired is Louis Lobong. I don't know what kind of juju he's using to maintain his position.
Do they have juju in
Are there no
Eastern
lobbyists
Equatoria?
Are there no lobbyists in Eastern Equatoria?
Eastern Equatoria is too far from Central.
Okay, yeah. So but even he changed the Western Equatoria, who are also too far. So anyway, so my question is, our citizens were saying that governor will remove because of President Kiir nephew. Do you agree with the citizen who said that the governor was removed because of firing President Kiir nephew from his position or out of city council government?
Yes, I agree with those who say that this person was fired because of firing President Kiir's nephew, Tik Maya. Because, like during one of our previous episodes, we were even questioning, like, why is he working in the Central Equatoria state as a deputy mayor? Or is it because President Kiir needs someone that he can trust within the state where he is based and his government is based, or someone to act as his ears on the ground and stuff? We didn't really find the answer, so whoever knows it should put it down in the comment section. But I strongly agree with these people that if you want to last in government, don't touch anything that is connected to Kiir. Because this person, is not just a nephew, they're very close. So should anything happen, or he was fired and not given any other position, and it's not just any other position, his position must be a bit higher from where he's being removed. So he would obviously go and complain to the uncle. Yeah. And I believe he's the one who appointed him to serve in that position. So definitely he would do that. And maybe he might even end up firing the mayor and then put him as the mayor instead of deputy again. Yeah. So I believe his firing had a lot to do with him removing Tik Maya.
Yeah. As for me, I would say yes, and I will say no. I'll start with no. Central Equatorial governors or governor is not being changed for the first time because this guy is now out of office. The Central Equatorial governorship have always had a lot of changes. Before Abdallah Wani was there, and then somebody called Wani Adil came. Emmanuel Adil came, and then now how do you call this guy? Rabi Mujung came again, and then Emmanuel is back again. So before Rabi kicked out President Kiir nephew, people were fired before. So for that reason, I would say no. It's just a regular thing that Salva Kiir do because some people went and lobbied this guy out. So that's why he has been removed. Because you remember in one of the videos that we did about Governor Abdallah Wani, we said that apparently the reason why, or what people were saying is the reason why he was fired is because of refusing to relocate the capital of Central Equatoria from Juba to Yei. Which most people came and say, oh, Dinka. To me, there was nothing to do with Dinka there. It was not even actually true. But people chose to go with the tribe, which is okay. So for that reason, I think people get change every day, right? So I will not attribute it to Tik at this point. But again, I can attribute it and say, yes, this guy was fired because of Tik Mayadit. All other governors have always lasted longer than 5 months. This guy was literally 5 months, and he was removed out of office
almost immediately after
firing. 2 weeks, maximum 2 to 3 weeks. He was out of office after firing Tik Mayadit. So for that reason, I would say is him, because why didn't the president give this guy at least 6 months or even a year? But he was fired immediately when this guy was also fired 3 weeks later.
Yeah, also why was he not fired before the firing of Tik? Because if there's something that he was not doing, then President Kiir did not just learn about it a few weeks ago.
Yes.
It's something that he has known for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I kind of attribute his firing to that of removing Thick.
Mm-hmm. And again, if Emmanuel Adil bring back this Thick into this into the city
Position.
council government or Juba city government, city council, then I will say will now confirm it that the reason why Rabi was fired was because of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Now that the new governor came in
And brought him back.
he had to be put back. So let's wait, let's give it some time. Is he back into city council?
Yeah.
We'll say he was part of people that lobby the governor out. But if it's not brought back for up to, let's say, more than 6 months
And
or until
governor
when
last.
Emmanuel is taken out of office, then yeah, I would say maybe it was not behind it. But again, it might be behind it if we might say this guy was appointed and he forgot that I lobby for him to be brought back. So let him let him get out of that position. So we'll see how things will play out. But we can't really rule out that the guy was fired because of the president nephew being kicked out of city council government. My other question is, do you think Rabi Mujung will be reappointed by President Kiir into another position anytime soon?
Chances are he might be reappointed into the position, like into any other position.
Yeah.
But then it all depends on the kind of intensity of the reason as to why he was fired. If it has something to do with Thick, then most likely he might not. Or if Thick gets his position back or a better position, then he might be recycled. But otherwise, that might be the end of him. If at all he was fired because of Thick.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I'll not be surprised if I see him back in government.
In the government again. Yeah. So Rabi, before he was appointed as a governor, he was working at the airport. I don't know, was he the manager, was he the director, was he the security head, something like that. But when he came from there, he was wearing his military uniform. So that means he was in the security sector of the airport. Or like these people that have the military ranking, even when you are put in a position that need you to wear civilian clothes, you still put on your military clothes just for intimidation.
I don't know, is it
or
for
to
intimidation?
show. I don't know. So, but it came from the airport when he was appointed as the governor. So it was moved from airport to the state governorship, of which he held for some time. So that means he had some other work experience that might take him back maybe somewhere
to the police service or
police
any other
service
sector.
or take him back to the airport again. So I'll not be surprised maybe in the next few weeks or month if it's put back to the airport operations or any other position. Or if anybody lobby this guy out again, he might be reappointed because Kiir have that tendency of recycling governors, whatever position, ministers, whatever position that they want to appoint people, that tendency of recycling people. So I feel like Rabi Mujungu will not be that
Left
dry for
dry.
long. Yeah. But again, I have a feeling that because you remember, the person that was replaced was when Mujungu came in. Mujung, I don't know why I call him Mujungu. Mujung. When Mujung came in, it was Abdallah Wani that was the governor.
Emmanuel. Is it not Emmanuel Adil?
I think it was Abdallah.
Okay.
I don't know, but Emmanuel was in between. Maybe Abdallah changed Emmanuel, and then Abdallah hold it for some time, and then Abdallah was changed, and I have not seen Abdallah being recycled anywhere. So that's why I was even worried about Rabi, that it might not be recycled anytime soon, since Abdallah is out there with nothing to do, just depending on what he had before.
It's tricky, like this government of Kiir, you can never really trust in it. You are in and then kidogo,
you are out.
And before you know it, 3 years down the line, you're still shouting on Facebook. Cut and you work.
Yes.
Creating unnecessary beef.
Yeah. But to stay relevant, you have to do that. Because if you go quiet, then people might even forget about you. So that noise on Facebook sometimes helped some people. It has brought somebody back as a minister. But I had this other question that I want to ask you. Do you think the city council government should include of the people of that city alone, and that is to be restricted to the native or people of the town, and not any outsiders to be part of the local government within the capital cities? Not Juba. We can speak of Juba, but I'm referring to all the other city council within the country.
I feel like priority should go to the people within that state. Because let's say, for example, if you look at the Kenyan government, they have counties, right? And then their county administrators are equivalent to our governors. They also have governors. And most of those governors are not appointed from outside. They are from within the county. Also, most of those who work in top government positions within the county or within the equivalent of state are from that local community. So I believe there should be that priority is given to the people from the state, and then other people can hold any other position.
That's for the governorship. I'm talking of the city council.
Even in the city council too. Like most of those positions need to go to the natives. Yeah. Because I can't imagine someone from Equatoria going to work in Jonglei State as a mayor. I've not seen those.
Yeah, as for me, the city council job should not be restricted to the people of the native of that area alone. You should include all the people that live there, because once the place has been named as a city, then it means it has all kind of people from all over the country, right? So, and those people are residents of that place, of that city, their entire life. If they don't go to their place of origin where they were born, then why do you want them to go and rule in where they were supposed to be, where they were born, instead of where they are living? And even the example that you try to give, I think you try to put it the opposite way. Because if you look at city like Nairobi City, all the governors, okay, the elective position, leave that one. But let's say when it used to be town mayor, those days, it used to be anybody that is popular. And there are so many communities within Nairobi that get elected. It has been ruled by Kikuyu, by Luos, by Luyas, and by Kambas. So you see there, but apparently Nairobi is supposed to belong to Maasai. But all other people have been ruling it. So you see there.
So maybe because they didn't have like someone who was qualified in court, or someone with a lot of experience and then, qualification to vie for that position.
Yes, and then even like when you look at like it seems like we are comparing apple with oranges when I try to compare with South Sudan, because we don't do elections. But when you come to Nairobi, you'll see that like most of MPs, they are not of Maasai origin. Some of them are Luo, some of them are Kikuyu, some of them are Kambas, like Jalango, Babu Owino, governor is a Luya, all kind of people there, some Kisis. So you see there.
Yeah.
So it's not restricted to Maasai only. And that means if you come to Juba, there are areas that have been inhabited by the people that came from other places.
States, yeah.
So should they be excluded from the government? No. At a time when we reach election, people will be voting. Like some areas right now will turn into constituencies. Like New Side will be a constituency. So do you think when Equatoria somewhere will want to be an MP there, will be defeated because the majority of the people that will vote are from the Barkazal region? So they will vote for their person.
Yeah.
The same thing to that of Shirkat, High Referendum, Gudele. So it all depends like who will be the majority. So now when it comes to the city council, I feel like because it's a city that is accommodating everybody, anyone should be allowed to hold any position, so long as they have shown that they are the residents of that city for a long time.
Yeah, anyway, that that's kind of complicated because in this case, we are looking at capital cities. But in those other cities, chances of you getting someone from outside the state are very limited. Yeah, and even the population will not be that much. But what makes the population of Juba to be comprising of people from different backgrounds and different ethnicities is because it's the capital city.
Yes.
So kind of its politics will be a bit different. From what is happening in other states. Because a lot of things, including these government operations, even for other states, they operate within Juba. Most of them.
Yes.
Like
This country
governors
is
from others.
operating as a handbag.
So it's kind of tricky when you are looking at the capital city. But if you are looking at other city councils within the other states that are in the interior and stuff, or far from the capital city, then that's a different case. And that explains why, if you look at Nairobi, for instance, then you have all those people representing people, including the women rep, the whatever. It's random people from different tribes.
But in Meru, like for example, Meru, there was an MP who is of Indian origin. Because that guy has lived in Meru for a long time. So became more of Meru. He vied for the position and people voted for him.
And probably he has married a Meru or something.
Yes. So the same thing will apply to some, let's say, an Equatoria that has moved to Botown. Let's say it will be relatively peaceful in the future. Then somebody will go get a job there or do a business there and live for centuries, or not centuries, for decades. Then their kids might vie for those positions because they will become the native of that place because they have been living there for long and they will be known. But the reason why for Juba is complicated, like you said, is because it's the capital city. All the services are there: education, medical, the main government itself. So everybody is coming to look for opportunities.
True.
And all kinds of people are there. So if I was an Central Equatoria government, and I want to seclude all these other people that have moved to Juba for greener pastures from my city council job, then I will move my city to somewhere they will not move to.
Like Yei.
So I take it to Yei, or I take it to which other place? Or to, Luri, they will reach you there.
2 hours away.
Yes. So you take it to Yei, you reduce this number of non-native people from accessing those positions. Because they will come get stuck in Juba. But again, it will not, Juba as a capital will always be there. So, but then it keeps confusing me. What exactly are we having? Are we having the city council that we have? Is it a city council of the main government or a city council of Central Equatoria?
It's a city council of Central Equatoria. And that's why I say with the capital cities, it's a bit tricky. Yeah. Because as much as the state government has its own autonomy and how to operate within its mandates as per the constitution, the central government, or like the main national government, kinds of tries to interfere in their politics and the operations, because that's where the national government operates. If, let's say, the national government was to operate in a different city, or if the state government was to operate in another city, not the capital city, then they would kind of have their own freedom, because there will not be a lot of overlap in terms of services provided by the national and the central Equatorial government, or the national and state government. That's why, like, you find there's a lot of blur lines when it comes to capital cities, where the main government also operates, and then you are trying to run your own parallel government.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
It will become really tricky. And people always talk that the capital city will be moved to a different area.
Ramshell.
To me, is it possible that it can happen? Yes, it can happen. But will it happen? It will not happen.
No. Yeah.
The reason why it will not happen is not because people don't want to leave the Juba, is because of the situation the government itself is in it. This government is not stable. It's not even able to pay anything. So for that reason, you cannot just move everybody, because just like that, it need like a government to be really stable. They have some money that they can put aside so that they can start building that city that they always sing of, the Ramchel. So they will start building it while people still operate in Juba. And once it is complete, the people that will first go there will be the government offices. And then when the government offices go, then this is now government officials will go with their families, and then now people that want government jobs and other things will now move there. But Juba will never change. It will always remain as a city, because this is where everything started. For example, if we look like Lagos, Lagos has more population than Abuja, but Abuja is the capital city of Nigeria. But because it started as Lagos, and then the government had some extra money, they started building Abuja. And then Abuja was well planned because people were already living here. And then later on, then they now the government moved its services to Abuja. But as of today, still Lagos has more population than Abuja itself, because it is the capital. A lot of people have already established themselves there. They will not just move just because the government has moved. So the people of Central Equatoria should expect people that have already settled now will continue to settle. Even when the government is moved, these people will not just move like that. Their places, let's say, for example, if they are built, what they will do, they will rent those places out, and then they go to Ramchel, if it will be built in the future, to go and start a new life there, and then they can sell it in the future if they don't want to rent it. But they will never uproot themselves just like that.
That's this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's the same thing with Tanzania, right? Initially, their capital was Dar es Salaam, and it actually also has the largest population. But then the capital had to be moved to a more centrally located city, which is Dodoma, and that's where they currently operate. But still, a city that was built at first, it's very difficult to like just uproot everything and move. And even if you move the government, then those institutions kind of still remain behind.
Yes.
Yeah, and they'll continue operating. Yeah, so it doesn't really make much change.
Yes.
It's just that you are moving the national government to a more centrally located place. But it doesn't change the fact that there was another city that used to serve as the capital city before you moved.
Yeah, and the same thing has happened in Burundi.
Uganda too.
Where did capital used to be?
Uganda, I think it used to be Entebbe and then moved to Kampala.
Kampala? Okay, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, but the state house for Uganda is in Entebbe, not in Uganda, not in Kampala.
These people have state house almost everywhere. Like but in Kenya, they have state house in Nakuru.
No, they really. When you talk of state house, you mean the one in Nairobi. The other one are just small state house. But the main state house for Uganda is in Entebbe. That's where Museveni operates his government. Because Kampala is too congested anyway. But yeah, talking of Burundi did the same thing. They moved the capital from Bujumbura to another town that moved it.
Okay.
And yeah, so, but that does not mean now Bujumbura have less people because people have gone to the other city. And then Juba, people should always understand that Juba has always been a big city since time immemorial. People always talk of Juba.
But during the fight for independence.
Yes, in the 50s, in the 60s, in the 70s, Juba has always been the biggest city in the south.
Yeah.
So why would people think that moving it to Ramchal will make a lot of differences? So long as it is a historical town, people would still remain there, a lot of people. And sometimes the reason why people always champion for, I'm just going to guess why people say that, is because of the land. people say,
Yeah.
the people that are coming to the city are just taking land anyhow.
Land grabbing, yeah.
So they feel like if it is moved to a different place,
then their land will remain.
the land will remain. But the people that have already grabbed those land or they have already been given those lands will continue to stay there. Even if they were to move, they will either sell it or they will either rent it. They will never leave it vacant. Unless it to reach a point that South Sudan will go into chaos like the chaos that we had during the Arab War, where people had to flee the country and go to other places. This is the only time that we can say these places can remain empty.
Yeah.
But so long as there's not that self-determination war anymore, it's just this tribal fight and such kind of things, government will always remain in their capital.
Yeah.
They always protect it by all means.
Actually, the capital of Burundi is Gitega. Gitega. And it was moved from Bujumbura.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, like you mentioned, right? This government started on a very bad note.
Yeah.
People, when we got independence or when we separated from the Arabs up north, there were a lot of resources. But these individuals kind of took it as their time now to eat and loot. So that's why we ended up having a lot of foreign debts. Recently, I was reading about an article whereby the government was loaned some money, that thing of prepayment for oil.
Yeah.
And then they were supposed to deliver some oil to an Arab company that is kind of has some branches in the Europe. That oil was never delivered. And then recently it's like there were some barrels that they were supposed to be sent to other countries that we owe.
Yeah.
And then that Arab company is called BB something.
Yeah.
They went to court and they got a court order stopping the shipment of those barrels of crude oil. So they are the ones supposed to take it. And that's what the government has been doing. It's like you rob Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah.
You take loans from this country or from this institution, and then you are kind of promising them some barrels of oil. And then you come and take another loan from other people, and you end up paying part of the loan that you took from these people using money given by another loaner. And you end up having oil pre-sold for so long, and you can't even fulfill those promises. So because of that, we are currently in financial crisis as a country. The government is broke. They don't have other alternative sources of revenue except for the taxes and mainly oil. So it's tricky. Movement of the city from the current capital to another, I don't see it happening anytime soon. Not even with the next president after Kiir. Yeah. And as long as there's no big deal that is letting you move, I don't think that would be a priority. Right now we have Jay that have not been paid, the army, and more civil servants who have stayed for months or almost over a year without salaries. So if you get money, is it to move the capital that's more important, or paying the salary arrears?
Yeah, so this government has more things on its plates than to move the capital. People should just get used to that. It will take years. Will it be good to decongest that city if it happen to be congested? Yes. Will it happen in any time soon? No. The government is not ready. The government does not seem to have the money. As much as we all see a good drawing of how that city will look like, those are just drawing, man. The amount of money that it will need, you people will sweat us. And then also, like, the way that the government handled it, things. There's just too much that they're not able to put anything anything aside for anything that they would want to do in future. So.
And who would even be putting anything aside, because none of them is secure with their position.
Yes.
Yeah. Because today you might be working on a project and then tomorrow you are fired. The next person comes in and they start their own projects to kind of outshine you or to be seen as people who are introducing development, and they don't last either. So it's kind of difficult.
Yes. All right, so that's it for Jimosi podcast. Please consider subscribing, share, like, and leave a comment. And let us know if this guy was fired because of firing the President Kiir nephew, as citizens were saying online, or what do you think the reason for firing of the Governor Governor Rabi Mujung? And if the new governor will be fired if he does not appoint the president nephew, and go from there.
Yeah, actually, so 5 days ago, that is, I believe, when the current governor was appointed. That is Central Equatoria Governor, who's Honorable Adil Anthony, I think he's called. Anthony
Emmanuel.
Adil Emmanuel or what. Tik posted a congratulatory message to him. It's called, his page on Facebook is Honorable Tik Mayadit. Congratulations, my brother and a leader, Honorable Anthony Adil, for the second opportunity to serve as the governor of Central Equatoria State. On the same note, I congratulate His Excellency Dr. James Wani for the trust bestowed upon him by the President of the Republic as Vice President and First Deputy Chairman of the SPLM. So, based on this, and then the other day, on November 3rd, he had congratulated all the comrades who made it to the list of presidential decrees, and that he also thanked the outgoing comrades for having served with integrity. So, with this kind of post, he even had to share a photo of Adil.
Yeah.
So, this means this is like his person.
Yeah, and he knew what was going on.
Yes.
Because he knew the names of people that have reached the president.
Yeah, and then he only singled out 2 people to Dini. So that means he was also happy for Bolmil being fired and having Waniga back. And then this person is someone whom he worked with before the other one. Mujung came with Kiir and fired him. So most likely he's coming back. I don't know. Let me know if I'm reading too much into this post. But that's how I see it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Tik Mayadit. Hey.
Does he need an appointment to go to his uncle, or he just goes whenever he has time to J1? No, it does not.
Appointment for who?
He's going to his uncle.
Yeah, he'll just wake up and go. Uncle, I'm here.
This country.
Yes. South Sudan for you. Anyway, let us know. Like, do you think he was fired? Mujung was fired because of Tik, because of firing Tik. He touched a live wire somewhere. And that now that he has been done with, he will come back. That is, Tik will come back into the Central Equatoria government.
Yeah.
Please take us to 4,000 subscribers by the end of this month. We have less than 500 subscribers to go.
Yes.
It's possible.